And we're back for part two, so welcome back again. Just had a quick interruption here in the household. Didn't want to disrupt the video. So, and I apparently don't know how to pause, so we ended up just starting part two. So going through then a couple more stacks, basically about another $0.75 worth of, kind of nicer stuff. Not all that's going to be priced. I did mention that he spec'd on some books, so this here is the entire Secret Wars miniseries, the first one, 1 through 12, 2 copies of each, which is exciting. I'm always torn with this one because I love this series and kind of want to make a set out of it, but then obviously number 8 is kind of the big money book, so there's a question about whether, and again, 2 of them, both in really nice shape actually. So excited about these. We'll have to, again, this is a crappy old bag and board, so we'd love to kind of get these out in some nicer bags and boards and see what they look like. But that's a nice find in the collection, especially for there to be 2 of them. 2 Flight number 1s for whatever that's worth, again, $5 books. I know these things don't really matter that much, and the New Mutants movie wasn't great, but those are Demon Bear storyline. But, a book that has kind of jumped up to kind of the $20 to $30 range, New Mutants number 1, he actually did spec on this one, so there's 3 of those, which is kind of fun to see. Some Amazing Spider-Man books that, again, not $2.19. There's nothing super exciting about these. They're just a little bit older. So they're more than just, kind of dollar books, $2.20, $2.21. Unfortunately, there's kind of a nice run in the 220s and then takes a jump. I will say, again, 2 copies of 252, which is pretty exciting. And again, aside from the Boeing, which is pretty easy fix, they seem to be in really nice shape. So I'll take a look at these as well. But then it jumps. So we missed like the 236 with the Hobgoblin and stuff like that. But then a few in the 250s as well. So not like a large Spider-Man collection, but between the couple issues of 252 and the 361 that we saw, not bad. Again, another $5 book, the X-Men Teen Titans. And going back for the winner in terms of number of books, Web of Spider-Man number 1, which again, nice, solid, $20, $30 book depending on the shape. Got not just 4, but 7 of them, and then there's one number 2 hanging out in there. So he went all in on Web of Spider-Man number 1. Kind of wish he'd gone all in on a couple other of the Spider-Mans instead, but that's fine. Also went all in on the last issue of Marvel Team Up with Spider-Man. So we got 4 issues, maybe three issues of that. Again, $5 book. I did pull he did not have the annual for the first appearance of Captain Marvel, but early Captain Marvel appearance here, with her coming up in MCU stuff soon. That'll be good. Again, this is real close. He's got 2 of annual 15, but not the annual 16. And then this last stack is not, high-end books, but it's all the Marvel Universe guides, which we really like to make into sets, and they sell pretty well, and they're fun kind of for nostalgia reasons as well. Last but not least, in the Spider-Man realm, we have, I mentioned this earlier, kind of a nice run. It doesn't have number 1 through 5, it looks like, but some of the nice run of the McFarlane Spider-Mans, including number 14, which is nice, and 13 as well, cool covers, and 14 obviously being the last McFarlane done book. And so again, this is a set that we build. We actually need a couple of these to finish off a set, so we'll be all set with another one of these. And those, I think we sell these sets for $40 and $45. So again, it bumps the price per book up a little bit, which allows us to, kind of make a little more than just if they were 50-cent books. And last but not least, I'll put our camera over here, and we'll get a look at, just a second, we'll get a look at the X-Men stuff that was here. So this stack is actually just kind of other junk that I didn't get a chance to move. So, X-Men 1, although I'm kind of curious if these are all X-Men 1. Oh no, even better, it's US 1 in the back of this one. So now I gotta look through this whole packet, just kind of curious what we got. So we got an X-Men 1, Daredevil 193, Daredevil 194, Captain America Falcon 214, and then US 1 number 3. So these were kind of obviously dollar books that I was just pulling out to make some room. This is Ravage $20.99, the real hot $20.99 book. I think these all might be $20.99 number 1. Nope. X-Men Adventures, a random X Factor, another X Factor, another X Factor, and Spidey $20.99 number 1. So again, pretty pretty run-of-the-mill dollar stuff in this stack, but this is fun for me. Maybe not fun for you, but just kind of curious what these multi-packs are. Supreme. We do have the holographic cover of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 365, so that's not bad. Batman Year 3 and Cosmic Odyssey. It is interesting with these books to kind of like try and understand how certain things are here and how certain things aren't. So that was like Cosmic Odyssey number 4. Seems weird to me that he would have number 4 but not have 1 through 3 somewhere in here, but they sure don't seem to be. And you know, other places like why the what if number 10 wasn't there but number 9 and 11 were. So very strange to kind of see people's collecting habits and what they've skipped out on. These are all kind of like Kirby, Captain Victory and the Galaxy Rangers. Looks terrible. That does look like Kirby art. I'm kind of curious. Yep. Created, written, and drawn by Jack Kirby. The Outcasts, Superboy. So again, I'm just treating you to all the good stuff here. So now we're back into single wrapped issues, so a little bit more Marvel fanfare. And then we get into some stuff that's fine to find. All these basically are kind of like 80s miniseries. So we have the Jack of Hearts miniseries, there's the Hercules, Prince of Power, and then another Hercules, Prince of Power, I guess the second one. The Hawkeye miniseries, Falcon, Cloak and Dagger. Again, this would be easier to show off if they weren't all practically glued together. The Return of the Jedi miniseries, X-Men Micronauts, X-Men Avengers, X-Men Alpha Flight, Magic. Again, it's too bad that the New Mutants movie wasn't better. That would actually be something that would interest people. And one of my favorites, and again, it looks like there's 2 series of this, Kitty Pryde Wolverine, sort of an ongoing joke. This was for a while, this set, for whatever set of reasons, not a high price set, like $15 for the 6 books, would sell at almost every show we did. And the last bit here that I'll show you is this stack, which is all kind of, and this was where a big surprise for me in terms of what was in the collection. So some stuff that you would expect, you know, some, and again, so you would see the serious Bowie in these books. Some of the, you know, annuals that aren't that exciting. You've got the sort of X-Men and sort of the 200 on up. So again, a couple books in here. There's 201. I think that's the first Cable, maybe. Decent book. You know, some stuff. Then you get into the Mutant Massacre stuff. So some stuff that's fine, not like super high end or super exciting, but good to see and kind of probably what you would expect if somebody advertises a book collection that says 80s and 90s X-Men. And then they keep going down. So this, what I'm about to show you is basically, I'll kind of just jump through the books that nobody cares about. I mean, these for me, the 190 and 191, I care about only because I was an Avengers reader growing up, and so the crossover with the Avengers and this sort of like the world gets reduced back to kind of medieval times was sort of cool. But so we keep going, and what's exciting, I'll sort of just, again, this here in my hand is basically 185 down to 150 as a consistent run. So again, these start getting into, you know, some of them are honestly probably will sell for $1 books, some will sell for $2, some will sell for $3 or $5. But then we continue to go, and we have, you know, again, 149, 148. Nothing super exciting here, but start to get into more exciting books. There are a couple that are missing, but a lot that aren't. 147, 146, 45, 44, 43, and then I was convinced they wouldn't be here, but in fact they are. The Days of Future Past, 141 and 142. Again, I haven't looked at them closely, but they seem to be in decent but not amazing shape. Like you can kind of see it looks like 141 has some, I don't know if you can see it, but sort of has a break in the coloring down here. So not, you know, not near meant by any stretch of the imagination, but still good to see. And we keep going. They skip 140, but we got 139. And again, here's a 137. We got 3 of them, so we kind of went all in on Phoenix dying. And so some of these, like one is a little bit dinged up in the corner here, you can kind of see, but these other two, I didn't put my glasses on, so I'm sure there could be some blemishes or whatever, but in pretty decent shape. You know, even in like mediocre shape, you're talking about probably like a $15 or $20 book. And if some of these are in better shape, might even be better. You know, and again, we keep going down, 136, 135, 132. So we skip a couple there, but nothing that, you know, I'm really upset about missing. 131. Another big one, First Kitty Pride, 129. Again, this one pretty good shape. Nah, actually, got a ding in the corner here. Got a ding in a corner there. Kind of to be expected, but not, you know, again, not torn to shreds. 128, 27. There's only about 3 more books to show you. 126. And then there's a big jump down, but what's exciting is where it lands, which is 101, which I sort of didn't realize had taken off quite as much as it had in terms of price. And this one, again, the color's not super bright, although some of that's hard to tell with the bag. And again, the corner, a little dingy there, but not horrible shape. You know, and again, probably this book might come close to paying for the collection. And then some random X-Men 86, X-Men 21, and last but not least, again, a couple nice books to find in here. Not the complete miniseries, but Wolverine 2 and 3. I'm sorry, 1 and 3. So it's nice that 1 was in there. So that's basically the collection. And again, some of these we're going to put into sets. Some of them obviously will price and sell individually. If there's anything that you see here that you really want, hit us up and we'll figure out how to get it to you, either shipping or pickup, either in DC or in New Jersey. And yeah, otherwise, if you have a collection you want to sell, also hit us up. We are always buying collections and always happy to entertain, you know, to take a look and see what might work for us. Great. Thanks very much, and hope to see you some point, maybe next summer at a show. Maybe not. Keep our fingers crossed.